remember, a Hodgkin's patient is going to know everything that's happened to them mentally, but physically, they can do nothing else. So do they have the right to choose whether or not they want to suffer and be in pain like that? Or is it to the end where nobody can do anything for them, their family's suffering, they're suffering, do they have the right to choose? Not a doctor to come in and say, oh, I'm going to give you an injection, you're going to go bye-bye. Do they have the right to choose to end their life like that peacefully? Because it is your right to choose if you want to be cremated, it's your right to choose if you want to be buried, it's your right to choose how you are going to end your last days. It's your choice. Again, it's not about saying everybody should just have a license to kill. It's about, what we're debating is about the choice. We're not against euthanasia. We're for euthanasia. Am I going to be able to go in and put the liquid in the thing? Absolutely not. I couldn't do it. I don't know about my co-mates, but I couldn't do it. But I'm not against somebody having the right to choose.
Okay, so you're talking a lot about choosing. Anyone can make any choice to do anything. I can choose to eat a cheeseburger. I can choose, there's a lot of different choices in life. You can choose to go in and rob a bank. Does that make it right? You can choose to kill someone. Does that make it right? It's against the law to rob, steal. It's against the law to kill.
But why is there no right for a choice?
It's against the law to kill.
And if those choices are
Does it make it
also
all right?
liable for someone for a mental disease such as depression, they're already suicidal, they go in there saying, I don't want to live anymore, that's
They're
their
not right
choice.
in mind.
So they're going to be killed just because they feel like dying?
No, because if...
That's what you're saying.
No,
Yes.
I did
Because
not.
they're
It's
choosing.
applying to
They say, I
anyone
choose,
that's
I want to
trying
die. But they're not mentally capable to make that choice.
If you're not mentally capable, again, that's where the criteria comes in, and that's where the laws come in to say
But
you're
it's
not
also the law
mentally
not to kill.
capable. Again,
So now
it's
the
the
laws can
choice.
come in to
But how are you
distinguish
gonna
that,
know
but
if
not
they're
to stop
mentally
the
capable or
killing?
not? What if they have a disease they're constantly in pain? They're never gonna be mentally capable because they're always in pain. So how are they gonna choose then?
Same way we give them a right to choose DNR.
Does it still make it right to kill someone?
If someone's having a heart attack and they have a DNR, you just let them go because they don't want it. What if we can save them? It's still a choice. It doesn't matter how you look at it, it's still a choice. We've set down the law that says they have the right to choose whether or not they want resuscitation. We, as a society, made that law. Why? When did that come into play? Who decided that that was okay? Who decided that it was okay for Mrs. Williams in ICU to decide she only wants to have medicines to save her life? Not, let's open her up and open heart surgery. She doesn't want it. She says, only give me atropine. If atropine doesn't work, I don't want you to do anything else.
But again,
Who made
that
that
applies
law?
to those that can actually speak for themselves.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying
Makes
here.
it biased.
You have something to say, Tony? Let's go. Okay, my group's got to speak up. 'Cause I'm the only one talking.
So, my example would be, I'm sitting at bedside, my mom's terminally ill, she says, I want you to end it all for me. It's not legal for euthanasia, but she looks at me in the eyes and says, I want you to end it all for me.
Right.
I grab a pillow, put it over her face. I'm gonna go to jail because it's against the law to
Right.
kill her. The same way it would be against the law to inject her with something and kill her.
Again,
In the end, it's law.
right. And you're right. And I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm just saying that I'm not against it. If my mom came to me crying in pain and begging me, please, call the doctor or whatever, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't know if I could or couldn't, because that's my mom. You don't want her to be in pain, but yet at the same time, you don't want to let her go. So do you base it on emotions, or do you base it on statistics? Do you base it on, choices? Go ahead, Al.
Have you ever been present at someone's in the last minute of their life?
Yeah.
I've seen a few, and there are people that have chose DNR, but they gasp for air at the end. They try to hold on. They want life at the end.
Yeah.
Who's it to us to say they didn't want that? Everybody wants it at the end. They gasp. Even if you're drowning, you're pulling to the top. You're trying to get that last breath. You want life.
Or even people that have tried to commit suicide already, if they live, they've admitted that they regret ever even trying to commit suicide.
No, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, if they had a choice, why not give them that choice to make? If they're sound mind, sound body, you know what I mean? They know what's happening to them. they have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, they're eventually gonna die of a debilitating disease that there is no way to come back from, you know? And they signed their papers and they said, okay, would you want blah, 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 you know? And if there was nothing else to do, just like if, you know, went to the, you know, you had your DNR on file, that's what I'm saying. I think you guys are misconceiving what I'm saying is, you know, you go to a mentally handicapped person and they're no sound mind and body, and you say, here's the paperwork, sign it, because we're gonna kill you.
So are you pro or con?
I'm pro for a choice. I don't have anything
But we're
against
debating
people.
whether it should be legal or not.
Well, I think it should be a choice. Legally, I think it should be a choice. I think it should be their choice to make that decision. If they're from a non-debilitating disease,
Can
they're
we do
never
religion
gonna.
or that's not allowed?
Yeah, you can weigh them.
Oh, we can do religion or no? Can we use religion? Or that's not allowed because of nursing law? Can't what? Is
Are we
religion?
not allowed to talk about religion?
Yeah, because it's nursing.
She's talking about Jesus or not?
Okay, yeah. So
And
basically,
we are getting into a deeper, more.
yeah, basically, I was raised Catholic.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you from the get-go, you're raised in a Catholic environment. I went to Catholic school for 12 years. To kill someone is wrong. It's against God. You are taking God, because you're all made in His image. You're killing God. When you go up to someone, you take that life, you're killing God. So you're acting against God. I was raised not to do that. I believe it's wrong. I believe that the soul will be in purgatory and restless and not at rest for the rest of all being. That's just what I was taught. That's what I believe. A lot of people do believe the same thing. That's just kind of where I stand. I think it's not, regardless if they're in pain, God will provide. I believe God will come and comfort that person. Whether in pain or not, God will take them by natural cause.
You have your quote. Again, Ath's not Catholic. So Ath should have a right to choose whatever he wants. He doesn't believe what you do. Not everybody has the same beliefs. So again, and just like...
Not everybody has the same religion, not everybody follows the same Bible. Who are you to say that your religion is better and we
But
need
we
to
all
follow
follow
by
the
that?
same laws, or supposed to follow the same laws, and in laws it's legal.
Not when it comes to death. Every culture has their own belief. Some culture believes that if you burn the person, they're never gonna go to heaven, blah, blah, blah. Other people believe ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You know, so each Chinese people believe that you don't talk about death, you don't plan your death, you don't do any of that because you just want your death to happen, or you don't go to somebody else's house that has died, or something like that. There's different religions. From what I've heard, this is not what I've experienced, but from what I've been told.
Okay.
So everybody believes differently. So you know.
So I'm gonna close it with the actual cost of what it would cost to kill someone. So basically it's $35 to $45. I believe someone's life is worth more than $30 to $45. That's what it would cost to euthanize someone. $35 to $45.
But to keep them running on a ventilator would cost more.
So you're gonna say a life support is safe for $40?
If it's their choice.
Wow. Do you believe you're worth more than $40? Does your family believe you're worth more than $40?
If it's a debilitating disease, you're never going to get better.
That's my question. Anyone else? Closing? Good, no? Good?
Yvonne has something to say.
I haven't decided. So, we're done.